Very good morning to my dear children. Myself, Mr. Pranay Vidyut, who is before you to give you some preparation tips with respect to CMAD, which is nothing but paper number 17. Coming to CMA final, many students will be easily passing in group 4 rather than in group 3. Reason being, in group 4, there are two very easier subjects, and those subjects are number 1 is SPMBV and number 2 is CMAD. CMAD, which is nothing but cost and management audit. Scoring in this subject is very easy, and the beauty of this subject is all about you're having some direct theory questions, you're having practical questions, and even you're having problematics also. And as I said already, that this subject scoring in this subject is obviously easy, and passing in group 4 is comparatively more easier to group 3. And anyways, so let me show you the previous examination paper, and let me deal with some preparation aspects to you. To tell you one more thing, especially, always be sure to revise your MTP before going to your examination. By the moment institute is releasing the MTP, just go through MTP in what style they are going to question in the examination. In majority of the cases in CMA examinations, he is following the same. He is giving the pattern in MTP, and the same pattern is being followed in the examination actually. So it's highly recommended to you to go with the model test paper once after the MTPs were released, and then you can just have a vision of the same. But uh, as of now, we are just going with the previous examination paper and we are going to discuss. But one more thing would like to tell, even though you're having cost audit, management audit and other allied acts like forensic audit, information system audit and last and final anti-money laundering act, 70% of your testing is only from cost audit itself. So it's highly recommended. If you're pretty sure with cost audit, passing in this subject is pretty easy, nothing difficult at all. And just have a look over to the paper, which is a cost audit and a direct question. And the next one is also cost audit and it's a direct question. And the next one is cost audit, it's a direct question. And this one is also cost audit, a direct question. A cost audit, a direct question. A cost audit, a direct question. Even a cost audit, a direct question. Cost audit, a direct question. This is management audit. And this is management audit. This is management audit. This is management audit. This is audit of various organizations, that is a wing of internal audit. And this is relating to management audit. This is relating to AML, anti-money laundering. Just check out. Total you were questioned with 15 questions, of which up to question number 8 into 2, which is like 16 marks, is only from cost audit. More than half. On management audit, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 questions are from management audit. And one is from internal audit. And yeah, again, this is like management audit and one anti-money laundering. So to tell you, if you prepare cost audit, more than 50% of MCQs you can comfortably answer. You'll get 8 to 9 out of 15 MCQs and you can happily answer it actually. And check out the questioning pattern, okay? Just first check out the questioning pattern. What are the benefits of cost audit, which is relating to cost audit? To tell you, this is basics of cost audit actually. It is something like introduction to cost audit. Mandatorily, he is asking a question from introduction to cost audit. This one. Asked for 8 marks. And next, if you check out, yeah, 7 or 8, whatever is that. And the next one, normal capacity versus installed capacity in CRA 1, which is from CAS 1, 7 marks. Next one, fixing and appointing the remuneration, which is like this one question, 7 marks. And the next, cost audit assignment, okay, which is nothing but cost audit program you're having from these two things. cost audit program or cost audit assignment, whatever is that, 7 marks. And the next one, purely a problematic part from cost accounting standards. This is a pure problematic part. And the next one, again a problematic part from CRAR, companies cost records and audit rules. It's a problematic part. And moving on to the next thing, question number 5A, again purely a problematic part from this chapter itself, CRAR, companies cost records and audit rules. And this is relating to forensic audit, but this is actually management and forensic combination, which is a totally a practical question, and this is a problematic question. You can write this practical question with hard common sense, nothing great at all. This is a problematic part, even this is a problematic part. And moving on to the next thing, CRA 3 and cyber securities forensics. From ESA he has 7 marks, information systems audit. And CRA 3 again no, CRA 3 management audit basics, yes, which is relating to management audit in different functions, evaluation of corporate image and management reporting issues and analysis. From this he is asking 7 marks. And this is a pure problematic, again from CRAR, another 7 marks. Necessity for internal audit and audit of different organizations, which is educational steps, these two things, internal audit and audit of different organizations. From these two things, 14 marks. To tell you, my dear children, coming to preparation strategy of cost audit is actually pretty easy. 114 marks he is testing from internal control and audit of service organization. Highly recommended you to go through the same. 14 marks will be there in your hands. And my dear children, from from chapter number 1 of the institute material, that is introduction to cost audit, mandatory he is asking 7 marks. And if you observe 7 into 4, 28 marks is only from this chapter, of which one is a theoretical question and other 3 are like problematic questions. So problematic questions and theory altogether 28 plus 7, 35 marks only from these two things itself. And if you observe this one, CAS 1 to CAS 10, I told you already that CAS 10 to 24, CAS 11 to 24 is not going to test anything in examination at all. This is purely for your learning purpose. So you have to concentrate on CAS 1 to CAS 10, and that too kind of problematic. If you're pretty sure that you can go with theory, it's highly recommended to go even with theory of CAS 1 to CAS 10. But if you're not sure of going with theoretical part, you can comfortably go with the problematic part. And remember, 7 marks is in your hand at that time. And these two are actually very easy chapters. I used to tell continuously, and you're going to get 7 marks from these things as well. And people might feel that management audit is a bit typical. So it's your call whether you will go with management audit or not. But mandatory, you're going to get 14 marks from management audit. And coming to these three things, you're going to get 7 marks for sure. Yeah, 18th one, profitability analysis, which is a part of management audit and CRAR. Anyways, so I told you like one question is practical question, which is a concept of forensic audit and management audit. Did you remember a practical question I showed you? This one. Purely to tell you, this is a kind of management audit question. So from management audit, even in the first attempt of new syllabus also, he asked one practical question, and even in the second attempt of new syllabus, he is asking one practical question. 7 is a direct theory and 7 is practical. And my dear children, check out the preparation strategy. How simple is this? If you just prepare cost audit properly, 16 marks are there in your hands. Plus, if you prepare these two chapters, of course, simple, not difficult at all, 14 marks are there in your hands. And if you prepare these two chapters all together, you are having 35 marks, of course, very easy. And even these two are also very easy, and 7 marks. They are very easy actually. And 7 marks just if you prepare problematic. I'm not going with the theoretical aspect also. Just prepare problematic, you're going to get another 7 marks. Check out without preparing hard, just by preparing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chapters and cost audit accounting standards, just problematic, you can crack 16 plus 14 plus 35 plus 7 plus 7. Around 79 marks are there in your hand. What else is needed? What else is needed, my dear children? So it's highly recommended to prepare the cost audit first. And if you have ample time, hey, but one second, don't take it as light here, because you might get even a question from cost auditing and assurance standards also. I can't give guarantee for the same. So let me tell you the final preparation strategy. After analyzing the paper, the final preparation strategy is this one. So first of all, at any cost, you have to prepare this chapter. At any cost, you have to complete this without leaving any point. Even a small corner should not be left out. And be careful. And second is highly recommended to go with these two things, because mandatory you're going to get 14 marks from these two things. And of course, the same second importance is given for 3 and 5 also. Second preference, because mandatory you're going to get 7 marks. So just wait. Let me make it under third preference. Reason being, from these two chapters you're going to get 7 marks. And coming to the next one, as very easy thing, these two things. Let me make it the fourth preference. Cost audit program and cost audit documentation, audit process and execution. And moving on to the next thing. Seventh one, that's like from CAS 11 to CAS 24 and guess ups. You can take choice, not a very big deal, but pretty sure with the MCQs that were given in your institute material. Be very careful. This is mandatory, but the remaining you can just happily leave that. Comfortably you can take choice, not a very big deal. And coming to sixth one, let me make it the fifth preference for problematic only. From CAS 1 to CAS 10, if you find any problematics, prepare the same. And moving on to the next thing, sixth preference is for theory of CAS 1 to CAS 10. Coming to cost auditing and assurance standard, this is the last preference. And the seventh preference is given for management audit. Point number 12, management reporting issues and analysis is a combination of cost audit and management audit actually, so take more care. And you're having even problematic in this chapter. So better to prepare the problematics, don't leave it, okay? Because you might get tested in the examination. So after sixth preference, the seventh preference is for this one. And in point number 12, chapter number 12, problematic is the seventh preference. Theory of this is the last preference. And of course, point number 18 is also a part of point number 4. That is cost record and audit rules. So even this tosses for first preference itself. And mandatorily, if you need one more preparation point from these 3 chapters, you're going to get only one question. So let me make it as 8th preference. And the last preference is the remaining things. Yes, absolutely. The remaining things are like last preference, that is 9th. So my dear children, this is what your preparation strategy for cost and management audit. As I said that nothing great to discuss in this subject, because it is as simple as such. You're going to get either some direct theory questions or some practical questions or some problematic questions. The beauty of this paper is a combination of these 3 things. And just if you prepare the second chapter, on an average, you're going to get 35 marks. 30 to 35 marks, strictly speaking 28 to 35 marks, and some bits you're going to get again. And if you observe the paper pattern, and the paper pattern is like MCQs, it's mandatory for you. And any 5 out of 7 questions in the following. So 2 questions you can take it as choice. So if you ask me to take the questions as choice, I will be going actually with forensic audit, anti-money laundering, and what is it called? ISA, information system audit. I'll be actually crossing the same. That is sixth one. I'll take it as choice. Seventh, I'll write it somehow. How will you? Yeah, one more thing I've forgotten. I'm sorry. How do you evaluate the personal development? Explain in detail. This is relating to management audit. Even though I was not pretty sure with point number B, and you may not be pretty sure because it's your theory question, but you can write it. Personal development is nothing but HR, relating to human resources and employees. You can write that. Very big deal actually. And I'll be going with one more question as choice, that is, yeah, some people are not pretty sure with 2B, but 2A they'll be good enough. And you might even go with the choice of question number 3, that's your choice, but 3 is a foolishness if you take choice, because I've given you the order of preparation. In this order of preparation, comfortably 3 can be covered. So it's least recommended. And the next question that I'll be going for choice is either 7th one, but 7th one, this is easy question, wherein 7 marks happily you'll get without any second thought and matter. And from personal development, at least you write somehow that you might get some marks, like 2 to 3 marks at least. So if I were in your position, I would be taking a choice for either question number 2 or question number 3, since I have to write total theory. That's what my perception, because students always would like to go with problematic part, and moreover problematic in this subject are very easy. To tell you, lame and problematics will be there. But take care. It's highly recommended to you to go through MTP, my dear children, because in the previous attempt the paper was totally different. He has made it like this. Question number 1 is mandatory, and last question, that is question number 7, whatever is that, is it question number 7? No, he made like this. Part 1 given like this. Actually, to tell you, this attempt I've shown you, that's fine, right? In the previous attempt, how he had framed 30 marks, sorry, total 100 marks of your paper is bifurcated into 2 parts. Cost audit, 50 marks. Management audit, internal audit, and all the other audits is for 50 marks. This is how he had separated. Some portion is MCQs, and of course some portion is nothing but descriptive. The same is followed here also. But he made question number 1 and last questions of the respective category as compulsory, and in the last question of management audit, he had asked 2 practical questions where you can't, where it is not possible you to cover anywhere till the point you go through examination, and unless and until you are having greater practical exposure, you can write that. My dear children, it's highly recommended to you to go through the model test paper once, because depending upon the pattern that was given in model test paper, he is going to follow the same in the examination. So it's highly recommended to you to go through the model test paper. So my dear children, at the end, I would like to give you small tagline. Just check out. And yeah, one problematic for 7 marks plus another problematic for 7 marks plus this total Roman is problematic. That is question number 4. And totally 28 marks, around 30 marks is your problematic. Out of 70, 30 is problem and remaining 40. And in remaining 40, you can write comfortably with 14 marks, which was at the last question, internal audit. And happily 42 marks, they are there in your hand. And while writing the theory, no need to exactly reproduce the same, especially in cost audit. But technical jargon and technical terminology is mandatory. Apart from that, you can write by your own. Yes, you will be awarded with marks, because this paper is totally like practical paper rather than a pure theoretical paper. So fine, my dear children, all the best. Take care about your examinations, and hope you have to rock in your examinations. Thank you.